You must create more than you consume. If you are someone who was born with that innate feeling that you are meant to create things, even when you were a little kid, you felt like, I have to bring this idea to life, and you have somehow lost it. And all you do is aimlessly scroll social media and see other people do it, you are going to lose your mind. Welcome back, people. I'm Anu, and this is a video for the people who have a very creative soul and who are not utilizing it. When I say that you have to create more than you consume, the reason behind it is very simple. If you don't do it, your brain will eat you alive. And what I mean by that is, when you are a creative person by birth, or that is something that you learned over time, if you do not bring those ideas into the world, if you do not work on those ideas, you will start feeling like there is a graveyard in your head of all the things you could have created. And when you start scrolling social media and you start meeting people who are creators, who are creating things that you could have too, you will start feeling like you are behind in life. You will start comparing yourself, and your brain will literally start eating itself alive. And trust me, I'm not over exaggerating. If you are a creative person and at any point of your life you kind of lost that whimsy, that creative edge in you, and all you did was spend years seeing other people create things while you did not, you know what I'm talking about. It feels like you are dying. It feels like you have lost the person you actually are. Because you have. In many true terms, you actually have. Because you were created to create, and now all you are doing is consuming things. You are consuming other people create things while you are sitting and doing nothing, while you have thousands of ideas in a single month. Where do you think they go? They sit in your head like a graveyard of your potential that you didn't even touch. And all these things leads to you feeling like you are not enough. So trust me, when I say that you have to create more than you consume, I actually mean that you have to do it in order to feel like a person. In order to actually not lose your goddamn mind. Because if you don't do it, you will. If I talk about myself, I have always been a creative person. I've always leaned toward art ever since I was very young. And I remember a couple of years ago, I left art. Those were the worst years of my life, because what I do is, when I feel something and I feel it at a very huge level that I cannot explain to someone else, or I do not know how to handle it, I turn to art and I create something, anything, because it helps those emotions come out. It helps me feel better. And when I stopped doing it and all I was doing was seeing other people do it, I felt like I was losing my mind. I felt like I had to be hospitalized in a psychiatrist hospital. Because what do you mean that my sanity is actually equals to creativity? But honestly, it is true. If you want to stay sane, you have to create. And it is both a curse and a blessing. At point, it will feel like a curse. You will feel like you are being pushed to do things you do not have the energy to do. Sometimes, yes, it might feel like that. It might feel very overwhelming. But when you find courage to do it, suddenly, once it is done, you will eventually feel like, yeah, that was needed. I had to do it. I had to let it out, or I would have lost my mind. This is what it means to be a creative person. Being a creative person is one of the weirdest things there could be. Being an artist, a writer, a songwriter, singer. These are the weirdest things a human can be, because it comes so from deep within that you cannot control it. And when you stop tapping into that thing, your brain actually starts betraying you, and it's not worth it. So I'm just going to say it once again. If you want to stay sane, if you actually want to be happy in your life, and if you are a creative person, stop expecting your life to go well if you have stopped creating. Create more than you consume. That is the only way to live. Stop scrolling on social media and go and create something.